Hey, we're back with another episode of The Fighter Stance, the MMA edition, and I'm joined by my good pal, Pat Miller.
Oh, you didn't come up with a nickname this time. Also, it's not the MMA, it's just the combat sports, because we'll do jiu-jitsu and
That's right.
boxing. So.
I thought it sounded weird saying it.
Yeah, it's all right, though. It's all right. We, whatever. It's fine. Just messed the whole podcast up. Anyway, so... Andrew, so UFC, well, let's do something first. What do we got going around Sheepdog coming up?
Well, it's funny you ask, man, because this podcast is brought to you by Sheepdog Response, the #1 course for becoming a asset as opposed to a liability when shit hits the fan. We've got Protector 1 this weekend here in Austin, Texas. That's our flagship course. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. 2.5 days, situational awareness, some... tactical trauma, learn how to use your firearm, learn how to get good on the mats. It's got it all.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you ever instruct those?
Yeah, not the tactical trauma, but the Protector 1s, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And the 2s. Really, when I did the 2, though, I just got beat up. Like, you do some striking. I just got my shit pushed in by Yako and Kavika.
Not your forte.
No, it's not. Although, if we did like MMA thing, it would be a little different because I'll take them down.
We got you, dude. You're a good wrestler, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If you're in Colorado, we got the Protector 1 coming to you. Colorado Springs, Protector 1, August 2nd through 4th. Highly recommend. If you can't make that, then make it down to HQ for one of these. We're running them all the time. Augusta, Georgia, Protector 1, September 6th through 8th. We got it going on. Then we got our new provider courses coming back, our bow provider course as well as our regular provider course. You never learn how to hunt. You don't know how to get your own food. Don't know how to sight in your rifle. Provider course is for you.
So also that we have was it September 6th through the 8th? There's a Protector 2. Listen, if you want to go, if you've done a Protector 1 and you want to get in a Protector 2 and you're in Austin, sign up for that one, but the spots are going fast. So it's going to be a good course.
Big time.
All right, let's get into this UFC 304.
Sweet. UFC 304. Now, y'all know that last time Pat and I did picks, we get 7?
We tied.
Yeah.
We tied because
we went 7-4.
Yeah, because it would have the tiebreaker. Hold on, hear me out.
I'm not even worried about competing with you. I'm just saying that if people took our picks, they made money.
Yeah, they did pretty good. Also, though, let's do this. The Brian Ortega versus.
Diego Lopez.
I'm so sad that we didn't get to see that fight because it would have been so good. Even though that Dan Ige, the storyline from behind that was awesome.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah.
I saw Ige put something out trying to get a rematch with Lopez at the Sphere.
Ooh,
full training camp.
That'd be
the
cool.
Sphere. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, UFC 304 in Manchester. Now, let me tell you something real quick. Okay, I fought in Manchester. When was that? Maybe 2014?
Just at a pub, not for the UFC. I just went there on vacation. Yeah, I just happened to be in Manchester, got in a fight. So I know that you guys listen to the podcast, so you know that I love defense soaps and defense wipes. They also have a large array of other products. We have 2 foot washing stations out at the mats. So it's not just soap and it's not just wipes. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. So make sure you guys go check out their website and get some of the other products as well as your defense wipes and your defense soap.
No, I fought Luke Barnett there. It was on the card where Lyoto Machida knocked out Mark Munoz with a high kick and then ran up to him to punch him again and then was like, nah, I'm good. We're good. It was super impressive. I lost my fight. Against 6'6" Luke Barnett. And I remember...
Did he just strike you? Just jab you? And
yeah, I got inside a couple times. I was hadn't gotten hit once. I was doing all sorts of reads, slipping and ripping. And then this is something I go over with my guys a lot. Don't do a move that requires a setup without doing the setup. And so I came with a leg lift after not doing any front kicks because I had been working all that. Yeah. And, I started to get a little anxious in the fight. So I did my leg lift and just ran into a big right hand. Got dropped twice that fight and finally choked out. It was the first time I ever got submitted in an MMA fight. And it was by a blue belt. Even having, been taken down plenty of times by big Brazilian boys.
So we have some credit to our podcast. You don't have to say by a blue belt. You can say I got submitted.
I think that's the funniest part, dude. I only got
it's not funny.
I got submitted once in my career, and it was by a blue belt when I got taken down a bunch by big juice head Brazilians and
You were-
never
is-
go
was
close to
it-
a submission.
Was it because you were Rock though?
I was pretty concussed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, those 6'6" guys, for some reason, jabs are a thing.
Well, so here's the thing. I came out to Rolling Stones because, like, okay, England, right? Like, the Rolling Stones, perfect.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Rolling Stones is like a London band, right? We were in Manchester, so it didn't go off as well as I thought. It was like, Paint It Black. It was a sweet walkout song. But then I'm sitting in the cage, and
Know your audience.
The worst is, no doubt. I thought I did. The worst is coming out first to a fight because
Now you have to
in the
listen
UFC,
to their music.
They drop the lights. You're in like the pitch black cage, and they played their music. He came out to the Beatles Come Together, which was a Manchester band, or at least around that area.
Yeah.
So the whole place went nuts. I'm just sitting in the cage like, this guy has a better walkout song than me. And it really got in my head.
So you know what's got to be the scariest shit ever is fighting for the light heavyweight belt and having Alex Piella, like you're in the cage and he shoots fake arrows at you. He does that weird like tribal stomp thing.
Yeah.
That's so scary. I'm like, hey, Herb Dean, can we I call this off now?
Yeah.
He just shot me with a fake arrow. And now he's gonna throw his fist at my face.
What's scarier, like that, or you're in the cage and all of a sudden tops drops start and Derek Lewis starts coming out?
Dope, Alex Piella.
Okay.
No one's scarier than John Jones right now, though. I don't care who you are. I love it when people are like, yeah, he's the baddest man on the planet, when they refer to anyone but John Jones.
Right.
Because Dana White, he's right in that. John, like every sentence Dana White says right now, he ends with, and John Jones is the best man on the
You
planet.
see, John Jones, he'll be undefeated soon. 12-6 elbows are now legal, and you can overturn past no contest.
But yeah, also, did you see that? It was something Hamill. Matt Hamill was like, he's like, John Jones, I beat you, and John Jones is like, stop it,
do it in a deaf voice.
I can't. That's rude.
Okay, UFC 304, we're on.
Which fight are we starting with?
All right, we're going to start on the early prelims. So a lot of these guys, Pat and I are watching more and more UFC. A lot of time, Pat's called me out because I'm like a main card type of guy.
Hold on, we're watching more and more UFC. So if by that for Andrews, he watches one undercard fight, that's more.
Yeah, well, no. Now I'm watching all of them because I've got to be familiar with these fights as we continue to do these shows and we get used to these guys fighting. I don't want to be like, oh, I've never watched this guy's fight.
Also, they're just looking at the card on the UFC website. Can we not get a picture of Alice Adreline?
Ardelane?
Yeah,
Ardelene?
she's the favorite too. The Shauna Bannon, not bad. Say that, not bad.
Yeah. Shauna Bannon, 6 fights in the UFC, or 6 fights total.
Yeah, we don't have to
listen,
we don't have to break that down. I'm just saying, let's get a picture.
Get a picture, UFC.com. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the Manel Cape versus the Muhammad Makayev fight.
All right.
Who you taking?
So, with this one, when's the last time there's been a savage from Portugal? Not that speaks Portuguese, because those are the Brazilians.
Right.
When's the last time that we've had a dude that's like, this guy's a killer? Also,
who's from Portugal? What are you talking about?
Manel Cape.
He's from Angola.
Dude, it says...
Is Angola in Portugal?
No. Maybe.
In any case, yeah, country, Angola, dude. Get your facts straight.
UFC website. What are we doing?
Okay, in any case, we got 11-0 versus
Angola.
19-6.
Name a fighter that you've had from the UFC that's a savage from Angola. Also,
I guess both countries work for that.
yeah. Also, caveat to that: when you're betting on fights, again, don't take this as advice. I'm just saying, when the UFC goes to like the UK, most of the time, like, there's some good fights, but it's like the UK guys, like, you have a better chance of getting an easy fight if the UFC is in England.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or they're because they want more people from England to win. It makes it fun. People buy more alcohol. Like, you're gonna get better numbers. So you have to be real skeptical or real cautious whenever you're picking these fights. And if you're gonna pick against someone from the UK, then like that person has to be very good. And in this case, I don't think he is. Well, and it's a flyweight bout, and it's on the early prelims, and it's number 6 versus number 8, bro.
This is a competitive fight. I mean, Manel Cape has been in the game for a while. I first started paying attention to him when I was working on it we were sponsoring Uncle Creepy, Ian McCall. And he had,
I love me some Ian McCall.
Dude, he's great. He had moved on. He was fighting in the Japanese promotion Ryzen. And I expected big things from him because he was a contender at flyweight in the UFC going against Demetrius Johnson. Had some really competitive fights with him. Had some competitive fights against John Lineker. Like, the guy was a stud. Went over to Ryzen and
talking about Ian McCall.
Yeah, Ian McCall.
So the thing about Ian McCall too is like, because before the UFC had a flyweight the division, Ian McCall was like the uncrowned champion. Everybody thought he was like the best dude at that weight class because he's one of those dudes that had really good wrestling, and his movement when he was his stand up was so fluid. A la like T.J. Dillashaw when he went to Dwayne Ludwig. Like he moved really well and he had pretty good jiu-jitsu.
He did. It was kind of like Eve Edwards was the uncrowned lightweight champ because those weight classes were slow to develop. Yep. But anyway, Manel Cape beat Ian McCall fairly easily, has a ton of finishes, had just whooped a bunch of dudes over in Japan, came over to the UFC, has done the same, except he's lost to a few of these guys, like the current champ, or is it current champ now, Pantoja? Yep. He still got it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's got it for a while too.
He's a good finisher. He's won his last 2 fights via unanimous decision. Having said all that,
he's a good finisher. Won his last 2 fights unanimous decision.
Well, look at the 2 fights before that.
Hey, listen.
Flying knee and TKO.
Hey, listen. Words mean things. Okay.
Here, dude. I'm gonna look up Pat Miller's fight record. What is it?
It's like, real salty.
Yeah, 5-9 or something.
But that's not.
Come on.
I was fighting before they actually uploaded everything on the
So it's worse than that?
Yeah. No, it's better.
5-15. Got it.
Ow.
Okay. Anyway.
Hey. I'm really good at jiu-jitsu, though.
Yeah, I know, dude. Good for you.
Anyways, go ahead. Well, who are you taking?
I'm taking Muhammad. I'm taking the 11-0 guy.
Me too. How are you?
Well, because eventually people lose their 0, Pat.
Yep. Okay.
Like I did when I went 8-0.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about that.
I was undefeated as him. Well, I was undefeated until I fought Tim.
Okay.
All right.
So
let's go ahead and jump to the prelims.
Okay, so we're picking, both of us got Muhammad on that one. Boom. Ding, ding, Muhammad.
Okay. All right. Also, listen, if we pick the same fighters on all these, we got to go back and pick 2 early prelims as like a tiebreaker.
Fair. Okay. Bruna Brazil versus Meatball Molly McCann.
Yeah.
What do you got?
If I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I just think Molly McCann is so tough. Like,
she is.
Like, that Bruna Brazil chick might have better skill. It doesn't matter. Like, Molly McCann, like, she's just tough and mean.
Yeah. So here's how I know you don't know that much about fighting: is you're picking people based off being tough and mean. I usually base off of like skill and fight IQ. So I'll go the other way with it. I'll go Bruna Brazil.
Hold on. You didn't finish. I just think whatever that Bruna chick is going to throw at Molly, she's just going to eat and then just wreck her world. So I'm going to go Molly McCann, and we'll see who knows more about fighting.
Okay. Yeah. No, like Lieben was really tough and mean.
You are too, though.
Right, but I stunned on Lieben.
I know. I'm saying you were tough and mean too.
You think Bruna Brazil, this chick that's 9-4-1, in the UFC, probably from Brazil with that kind of last name, she's not tough or mean?
No, listen, hold on. Hear me out.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
You know what? I'm tired of listening to you, dude. I'm not hearing you out.
She's not tougher than Molly McCann. Also, if we're going to be 100% honest, she trains with Patty Pimbleton, and both of them been in camp. And whenever those two fight, like on the same card, they're nasty.
You're just talking about Patty. You want to do this thing where we like try to pronounce people's like tough names and stuff. Yeah, I don't think we need to make the names that tough because his last name is just Pimblet.
Yeah,
and you're calling him Pimbleton.
I'm not the one doing it though.
You just did.
Sean is going to do it.
You just called him Patty Pimbleton.
All right, let's move on. Nathaniel Wood versus Daniel Pineda.
My boy, the Pit, Daniel Pineda, go a long way back with him. He was in Houston when Houston was a hotbed with legacy. He was the 145 and the 155 champ. I was often the co-main event behind him being the main event. Always a bummer. We fought on UFC Australia together back in 2012. This guy's a total animal. He got cut from the UFC, went back to the local promotions, won on Legacy, went to Bellator, won there, went to PFL, had a good run in PFL, now back in the UFC.
He's literally fought in every organization.
28-15, and he's got, I think, a 100% finish rate on his wins, which is one of the craziest things to ever have. 100% finish rate, 28 wins and finish.
Does
all
really
of them.
good if he's the hammer, not so much if he's the nail.
Correct. Yeah. And with this fight, man, this Nathaniel Wood guy is good. He's also coming off a loss. They're both coming off. I don't know, man. I can't go against my boy the Pit, so I'm gonna pick Daniel Pineda.
All right, I'm gonna go with Nathaniel Wood. I don't want to pick against the dude from Houston, but I also don't want to pick the same as you. So fuck
Okay,
you, Andrew.
fair.
We're gonna go Nathaniel. Also, he's from the UK again. We remember what I said at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
They usually give the UK fighters like.
Yeah, like a kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
Having said that, now that I'm thinking back to my fight with Luke Barnett, I don't appreciate you saying that. I was not a toss-up, although
You did lose.
the formula did work.
yeah. There was a whole bunch of people that were real happy in the UK that night.
What a jerk. What a jerk, this freaking co-host. Can I get a new co-host? This guy's mean.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right. You know, also, I won't be able to watch these fights Saturday night. I have to watch them Sunday.
What are you doing?
Zach Bryan.
Oh, that's
Taking
right.
my daughter to her first concert.
Yeah.
It'll
You
be
know
fun.
you're going to be on your phone. Just watching on the low. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Anyways.
so wait. Then spoilers are not on Saturday. Don't text you?
Yeah, don't text me.
Okay, cool.
right, so here we
Christian Leroy Duncan versus Gregory Rodriguez.
Oh, this is your fights in order? Go back because mine has one before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
Arnold-
my bad. Arnold
Arnold
Allen
Allen,
versus Giga Chikadze, yeah.
Yeah. There's something about those dudes from Georgia they're all just tough as shit.
Yeah, no, UGA is a great program. They had Matt Stafford come out of there. They're good, man.
Also, though, my man's so skinny he doesn't look like a UFC fighter.
Giga?
Yeah.
No doubt.
So so for this one, for me, the way I look at it is, I look at like Arnold Allen is tough against everybody,
Yeah.
right? Like what's his name? He fought the guy that Max Holloway said I'm the greatest boxer in the UFC.
Yeah.
Who's that? We used to find that guy, Calvin Kattar.
Yeah.
Like he fought Calvin Kattar and lost, but it wasn't.
You talking about my boy Arnold?
Yeah.
Arnold beat
Oh yeah, he
Kattar,
beat, yeah, that's right.
beat
He-
Hooker, but lost his last to Max Holloway and Movsar Evliov.
Yeah,
Evliov.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
mad. I'm not mad at any of those. Right?
No, this one, man, Arnold Allen, since he first came on the scene in the UFC, been a big fan. I think it was his first fight versus Joanna JJ versus Juliana Pena.
Pena.
Yeah.
Talking about pronounce it. You live in Texas, bitch. You can't pronounce Pena.
No, this is not Pena. This is Pena.
You're
Anyway.
a fucking idiot.
Allen came out. You ever seen Pumping Iron with Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, of course.
He wears the Arnold is numero uno shirt.
Yeah.
This is pre-Reebok. Arnold Allen came out with that shirt. Arnold is numero uno.
Yeah.
From that point on, I was like, I'm
He
buying
is.
into this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Giga Chikadze, that's a tough riddle, man. Allen is a big, tough, big for the weight class, strong, kind of well-rounded. I think Giga Chikadze is just too dynamic and explosive and unpredictable. I see Giga winning, like a body kick or something nasty.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm going Arnold Allen, dude.
Cool. Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Hey,
Most people are, including the odds makers.
what's the odds at?
Negative 238 for Allen.
Okay. I mean, again, that kind of goes along with your pick the guy from the UK. Pick the hometown
right.
favorite. Pick the local.
Again,
Yeah.
I think they give him a little bit. Now, we are going to go completely off the rails with this one, but yeah, the next one is the Christian Leroy Duncan versus Gregory Rodriguez.
Right.
Now, the
on
real
this
question
one,
is that Gregory or because he's from Brazil, is that Heguri?
I think you still got to pronounce the G. You can't just skip the G and go R as H. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Cahegery?
Heguri. I don't know. Anyways,
I'm going Rodriguez, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
This guy is a monster, man. I guess he's, lost a couple in the UFC, but the ones I've seen him win are super impressive. Good striking, really good ground. He's gigantic. And I don't think this guy, Duncan, has gone against this level of competition yet. I mean, 10-1, the dude's good, but I think experience on Rodriguez will take over.
Yeah, what's the you stupid UFC app. What's the teletape on this guy? I wonder how tall he is.
6'2".
See, he's so tall. How tall is the other guy, the Rodriguez?
Probably 6'2". 6'2", yeah.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter then.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going Rodriguez. And also Rodriguez is just he's very well rounded.
Yeah, very well rounded. This other guy's probably a better puncher than Rodriguez, but I think Rodriguez can get inside, take it to the ground, something to that effect. I think he's just a little more well rounded, has more experience.
Yeah, no, agreed, 100% agreed.
Okay, now the next three.
Hold on.
These are
Wait,
the most fun.
Hey, so what we're gonna do though? I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to do this. We recorded this late because we're busy here at Sheepdog, but we have this guy named Ty. He works in our warehouse, and he knows more about fighting than probably not how to fight, right? But no, he is like a fight nerd, and we're gonna try to put in like a fight or Ty, the warehouse guy, like 4-fight parlay, like right now.
What's up, guys? Ty. I'm working the warehouse here at Sheepdog. We got a big fight coming up, UFC 304. Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. I'm going with a 4-fight parlay here on this main card. I'm going to start off with the first fight, Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. Both great styles. I think they match up very well. Giga's 8-1 in his last 9. He's doing really good. But Arnold Allen's coming off of 2 losses, but he was 10-0 before that on a big win streak. I think he's going to come back. I think he's going to do really good in this fight. I think it's going to be a unanimous decision for Arnold Allen. I think it's going to be a good fight. Next, we got Christian Leroy Duncan versus Gregory Rodriguez, the RoboCop. RoboCop he's got lots of power. This guy is crazy. His last fight was really good. But I think Christian Duncan, I've been watching his fights, and he's got a crazy style. He does lots of flying knees, spinning elbows, all of it. I think it's going to match up well, but I think Christian's going to come out on top. He's going to get a KO. Round 2 is my guess. But next fight is a big one. We got King Green, no more Bobby, just King, versus Paddy Pimblett. Man, this guy Bobby, he's crazy. He's had lots of good fights. He had a good fight on UFC 300 last. Paddy Pimblett, his last 2 fights, they've been a little slow. I think he's gone up against a lot of guys, but I think he's definitely been getting rocked by some of the guys he's been going up against. But I think he's looking for a comeback in this one. I think Bobby Green, I just don't think he has enough. I don't think he has the power or wrestling defense to win against Paddy. I'm going to take Paddy via submission round 3. I think it's going to be a hard fought round 1 and 2. I think King might cut up Paddy a bit. He's going to make him bleed, but I think Paddy's going to come out on top in this one. Next, we got the co-main event for the interim heavyweight title. I don't know if they've ever had someone defend an interim title before. Who knows? But very interesting. We'll see what happens with John Jones. I'm gonna take Tom in this one. Tom is he's too good. He's been crazy good in his last fights. His only loss in the UFC has been against Curtis Blades. But it was only because his leg blew out in the first 15 seconds of the fight, so wouldn't really count it. I'm going to take Tom via KO round 1. All of his KOs, not all of them, but almost all of them coming round 1. So I think we're going to see a quick fight here. That's my parlay. When it comes to the main card, the main fight, Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. I think this one, lots of people see this one as an easy win for Leon, but I think their styles and their stats actually match up very well. They've both only got like 3 finishes in their last 14 wins. I don't know. It's a toss-up for that one. I'm going to leave it out of the parlay. I think Bilal might surprise some people. He might out-wrestle Leon, but we'll see. Thanks, guys.
All right. Okay, the next 3, these are really like the main ones I wanted to pick for this whole card.
Yeah.
I think we could have done the whole podcast just over this next 3, but I'm stoked on these. Bobby Green, Paddy Pimblett. Or Pimbleton.
Pimblett. So here, why are you pronouncing it wrong? So this, do you know? I go back and forth on this one. Like, this is like the first like top 15 guy that Paddy's fought.
Yep.
He's been rocked by a bunch of people.
He gets hit a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And Bobby Green, or King Green now, whatever. He throws his hand like they're like low, like his hands stay low. Like, he got rocked by
Jalen Turner.
And he got rocked by Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
Like,
well, listen, here's one thing I don't often tell my guys when they fight.
is keep your hands low.
Yeah. Usually
just put them at your side. It's fine.
What do you like? What's like base level when you're teaching somebody how to strike? Keep your hands up.
Yeah, and
Keep your
chin down.
up.
Hands up, chin down.
And he does none of that.
No.
It's so impressive that he still does as good as he does, right? I mean, he's 32-15. He's almost 50 fights deep in this game.
Yeah. Also, though, again, we're not comparing these at all. But when he fought Makhachev took him down, and like King Green was like, "This ain't good," and just kind of laid there.
Yeah.
Like, and Patty's got decent like wrestling and submissions, and I go back and forth on this. I don't understand how Green is. He has such he's got a decent record and he's won a lot of fights, but like his fighting style is trash.
Dude, he's beat a lot of good people.
I know.
Man. I mean, he subbed Tony Ferguson.
I know.
Who subs Tony Ferguson?
No one.
No one.
I mean, it's not the same. It's sad.
Well, yeah, but I mean, beat a lot of dudes, man. Click Guida back in the day. This guy's been fighting forever. I'm going King Green. Listen, I know Paddy Pimblett is he the favorite on this one?
No, he's an underdog.
Really?
He's the dog, yeah. It's close, though. It's a
interesting. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like a pick 'em, huh?
Yeah.
So, Pimblett gets hit too much, right? Bobby Green, yeah, occasionally gets hit like Jalen Turner knocked him out. But for the most part, he's pretty elusive. His striking is pretty gnarly. Paddy Pimblett is more of a jiu-jitsu guy, more of a submission guy than a wrestler. So I don't see him getting him. I'm going to take Bobby Green in this one.
Oh, it's King Green now.
King Green. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they could change his name to King, but they can't put the picture of that chick at the bottom. Come on, UFC. So just so the sake of like not picking the same fighters, because again, I think it's very close. I went back and forth, and kind of in my head, I was like, I'm just gonna pick whoever Andrew doesn't pick.
Okay, yeah,
to make it interesting.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna go Patty.
Yeah,
and I'm not like he's longer. Like if he can like get in on a takedown, I think that King Green is going to be in trouble.
How much longer is he? Because they're the same height.
Yeah, I just think he's got longer arms.
Okay, yeah, that's just like your opinion, though.
Yeah.
I think how do you see him winning? Takedown.
No decision. Yeah. Takedown. I think it's going to be like Patty's really like he's probably going to lose the first round and win the second and third.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to have to out cardio him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think that's like yeah, I think it's going to be one of those. Anyways, so the next one, Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades.
Yeah. What do you think?
So it's kind of funny. I kind of look at Tom Aspinall as like a younger, better Frank Mir.
Yeah, way more athletic than Frank Mir.
Yeah, but but I'm saying like his jiu-jitsu is good, his wrestling's good.
Yeah.
And Frank Mir, like he had real fluid striking for a big guy, and so does Tom Aspinall. Like I haven't really seen Tom Aspinall fight, but I watched a couple of his fights for this. And I think the big difference that makes him so good is he's like a big dude, but he doesn't move like a big dude. Like he moves well, he's in and out, like, and he mixes everything together better than anybody else in the heavyweight division, except for John Jones.
Yeah.
Like John Jones is better at mixing everything together, but he actually is like a real like MMA fighter. He's not a guy who wrestled. He's not a guy who did jiu-jitsu. He's not a guy who did striking. He's a guy that did all of them. I mean, he grew up doing jiu-jitsu, but he kind of put all of those together. He's very athletic, and he doesn't leave a lot of gaps. The only thing that worries me in this fight is, let's say he gets cracked, he's not going to be able to take Curtis Blades down.
Right.
Although Curtis Blades got taken down his last fight, but I think it was kind of a fluke. I think you're going to have a very hard time taking Curtis Blades down. So like I think he's going to have to outstrike him. And Curtis Blades hits real hard, but I think Tom Aspinall is elusive enough where he can use his striking, and maybe if he decides to get in on a takedown, he's going to frustrate him enough and then take him down. So I'm going to go Tom Aspinall, but I'm not real confident in it.
Gotcha. Well, so let's be honest. If Tom Aspinall was in the United States, he would be a football player.
Oh no, he'd be a middle linebacker for like
D end or something.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy's 6'5", 250 something, right? This guy is a super athlete. The reason he's fighting is because he's from a different country, right? 6'5", 240, man. A total freaking
You're
unit.
right, DN.
Yeah. So,
or a tight end.
True. Looking at his losses, he had one heel hook submission loss early on, and his next two losses were a 12-6 downward elbow, right? Which are now
You got that John Jones dog?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when he hurt his leg against Curtis Blades. So, with that being said, he makes mincemeat of everybody. I went to that New York fight when he fought Sergey Pavlovich, and he just smoked him in round one.
Yeah.
I'm maybe not like smoking him in round one, but I see Aspinall taking this one. Curtis Blades is awesome. I think his striking lacks. His wrestling is great. I don't think he does that great of a job going from his striking to his wrestling. Like when he fought Derek Lewis, he kind of bounced around, barely fainted, and then just shot out of nowhere. And Derek Lewis threw one punch and knocked him out.
Yeah.
I see Aspinall taking this one, although I do think it could be a very competitive fight. I could see Blades taking him down early. I don't think he'll finish Aspinall on the ground. I don't think he'll submit him. I think Aspinall will be able to fend for himself.
I think it's you're not safe if you take Aspinall down. You put him on his back. I think he's a younger, more athletic Frank Mir.
Yeah,
like Curtis Blades has got to worry.
Yeah,
his jiu-jitsu game is legit because they don't really wrestle a lot in the UK. So growing up, so he did jiu-jitsu with his father. Again, I think this is one of those. Curtis Blades takes him down as soon as it hits the ground. He's still in trouble.
Yeah, dude,
he's not safe.
He's got an arm lock win over Volkov.
Yep,
I mean that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Yeah, Volkanovski jumped in late on a late notice fight and fought a heavyweight. I wouldn't be surprised.
I said Volkov.
I know. It was
okay. Yeah, I know it was a great joke.
Yeah, because Volkanovski will fight anyone.
Yeah. Okay, so you taking Aspinall?
Yeah.
Okay, both taking Aspinall.
Okay.
Fair play. Okay, main event, baby. Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. The more I see from Bilal Muhammad this week, the less I like him. I'm going Leon Edwards all the way. Bilal Muhammad seems so insufferable. I know the guy's good. He's got a win over somebody that starched me.
Hey, can you never say insufferable like that again? He's so insufferable.
He is.
What the fuck?
Pat doesn't know what that word means.
I do know what it means.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be coming from your mouth.
No, this is the difference in I went to UT. Pat's a big boomer Sooner.
Yeah, so you say stupid words and I don't.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah. Who says insufferable unless you're like in England?
Just the fact that you are so unfamiliar with that word.
Tells
me all I need to know.
I'm not insufferable.
No, we'll look it up for you.
Listen, it was a good word placement. You can be like, he's been such a D-bag all week. It makes me hate him more.
Well, I'm trying not to ruin our algorithm, dude.
That's why I said D-bag.
Okay.
It's D and then a bag, not
I guess I already dropped a curse word in the beginning.
I dropped 6.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But again, I think I get 5. Ian said I can have 5.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad. They fought once already before. What was it, an eye poke, no contest, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going Leon all the way, dude. I don't care if Bilal takes him down and controls him for a while. Leon will get up and knock him out.
I don't think he's. I think if what's his name? If Usman's not taking Leon Edwards down, Bilal Muhammad's not taking him down. They're not even in the same ballpark in wrestling.
Well, Usman did take him down.
Yeah, but Leon Edwards took Usman down.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like I'm not. Again, I'm not worried. I don't think So Bilal Muhammad, he's been working really hard for a long time, so it's awesome he's getting a title shot. It just sucks he has to fight Leon Edwards.
Yeah, well, why does that suck?
Because Leon Edwards is going to run through him. I don't think this is going to be competitive.
Dude, our boy Jeff Neal beat Bilal back in 2019.
Doesn't surprise me.
Pretty legit.
That's what I'm. But again, though, if you wanted to beat Leon Edwards, you needed to fight Leon Edwards when Jorge Masvidal hit him with a 2-piece and a soda in the back. That's when you wanted to fight him. It's the same thing. Leon Edwards is one of those dudes that he didn't have great wrestling or wrestling defense early on in the UFC. Man just keeps working. He's got that Alex Pereira shit going on where he's like, hey, I know that this is a gap in my game, so I'm going to make it a strength. And now it is. Now Leon Edwards is he's got really good wrestling. He took that thing that was a weakness and made it one of those things where he can just take anyone down, even a guy who was Usman was a Division 2 wrestler, like at a high level, or Division 1, like
something like that.
So so Leon Edwards like brought that part of his game up. I just think that with this one, I don't think that there's anything Bilal Muhammad does better than Leon Edwards.
No. Not only that, he not only took him down, he took his back.
Yeah, and I think that Leon Edwards has a better chin. Like, he got rocked against Nate Diaz,
Yeah.
but other than that, like, he was tearing Nate Diaz apart.
Yeah, I mean, Bilal has good forward pressure. You know he's going to try to put him on the map, but I don't see it happening. Leon's too slick.
Yeah, and he like Leon does that great thing where he's not gonna back straight up unless he's rocked, because he did against Nate Diaz. But the rest of the time, if you go straight forward at Leon Edwards, he hits those angles, and he's so good at firing off on either side. Like, if he cuts to the left, he hits you with that jab. Cuts to the right, he hit that cross. Like, it's not a good night for anybody. And you have to worry about the takedowns now. That used to be something like, I could take this guy down and beat him.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Well, I also think Leon is still he's still in his prime, man. He's still getting better. He's still he's still in his title reign, you know.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see it extended for a little while longer.
So are we both going Leon?
We're both going Leon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're both going Leon, Aspinall. You're going Green. I'm going Pimbleton. We're both going Gregory. Pimblett, yeah.
Yep.
You're going Gregory. I'm going Arnold. You're going, however you pronounce that guy's name.
Yep.
And then you're going Pineda. I'm going Wood. And then I'm going McCann, and you're going Brazil.
Correct. And then go down to that first one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Muhammad
Yeah.
Makayev.
You're going.
We're both going Muhammad Makayev. Yeah.
So it's a wash.
All right.
Cool. I'm interested to.
We got our picks up, man. We'll be doing watching the fights. We'll be doing a recap episode as early as we can next week.
Yeah.
We'll get that out. Hopefully you guys take our picks, win some money, kick it back to us.
But listen, this is not betting advice.
Why can't it be betting advice? Is that some sort of legality?
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
We don't.
No.
Okay, there's not betting advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are just suggestions.
Yeah. They're not even that. They're just our picks, and if you take them, it's on you.
Okay. And we're out?
Yeah, suck it, nerds.
Boom. Later.